Hey guys, Level Cap here, and today in gaming we have new info from EA about Battlefield 2021. Activision brought another studio into the Call of Duty fold, Respawn did something special for Titanfall 2, and much more. Battlefield fans had their hopes up for the launch of a teaser trailer today, but it turns out you can't trust every Battlefield leak and rumor that hits the internet. Shocker, I know. A post on Reddit popped up a few days ago making several claims about Battlefield 2021. The post covered stuff like the game's setting, map info, classes, battle royale, and that a teaser was launching this week. However, at least at the time of making this video today, DICE haven't released any teaser or new info. That said, it still is an interesting day for the game. There are new leaks from Tom Henderson to discuss that are quite extensive. But before we get to those, let's talk about an interview with EA's Chief Studios Officer Laura Mila from late yesterday evening. She was part of a GamesBeat Summer 2021 digital conference and said DICE are building new modes for this year's Battlefields game to support those crazy only in Battlefield moments. It's rumored that the game will offer 128 player servers. These new modes could expand Conquest, Rush, or Operations modes that support those player counts. They could also be totally new modes. We've heard rumors of both being possible. Laura also confirmed that the soft launch of Battlefield Mobile will happen this year. That game is getting a full release next year, but select players will get hands-on time before then. Now, as for Tom's latest leaks, he had a lot to say during a recent live stream. He said the reveal trailer starts with a shot of a nice sunny sky and ends with a dark, rainy mess. The trailer will showcase the game's setting, soldiers, vehicles, and weapons. All the available maps will have a day-night cycle with dynamic weather systems and mass destruction. In terms of actual gameplay, Battlefield 2021 will have a more fluid movement system than past titles. Weapon customization will be incredibly deep, letting you tinker with every aspect of each gun. Matchmaking will utilize a team balancer so players are more evenly divided by skill. He had plenty of other things to say, but I'm kind of narrowing it down to the things that sound more tangible and or interesting. A lot of the stream was dedicated to speculation about cosmetics and previous leaks. If you're interested in a more complete breakdown of everything Tom said, there are links in the description to a full summary. Anyway, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Do you have doubts about these leaks considering they were wrong about a teaser dropping today? Do you think Tom has seen the reveal trailer? Discuss your thoughts in the comments. It sounds like Activision are betting everything they have on the future of Call of Duty. They put Crash 4 and Spyro Reignited devs Toys for Bob onto Warzone development duty. That brings the total number of studios working on the Call of Duty franchise up to 9. They're joining the likes of Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Raven Software. It's pretty crazy to think that so many studios are now involved with one brand. When that story initially broke, it sounded like several Toys for Bob employees were let go or parted ways with the studio because of the move. Activision quickly put out a statement clarifying that there have been no layoffs at the studio. That said, at least 2 employees did leave the company in the shuffle. Toys for Bob will continue development on Crash 4 while working on Warzone. And this move from Activision isn't unprecedented. They recently shifted Vicarious Visions to the development of Diablo 2 Remastered after the monumental success of their Tony Hawk's Pro Skater remake. It's unclear if Vicarious will develop future Tony Hawk Skater games because of the move. Shifting successful studios not known for working on FPS games to Call of Duty is probably frustrating for fans of Activision's less Titanic-sized franchises. But who can blame them? Warzone just hit 100 million players and it's increased their revenue way beyond expectations. In more pressing Call of Duty news, Raven are fixing a bug preventing Warzone players from launching the game. It sounds like the issue has something to do with antivirus software. If you're having problems launching the game and using third-party antivirus solutions like Avast or Malwarebytes, try launching the game after disabling those applications. Respawn announced that Titanfall 2 will be free to play until May 3rd on Steam. Recently, the game has seen a massive resurgence in popularity thanks to the upcoming Apex Legends event. That event introduced a new character that is lifted directly from the Titanfall universe. There's also more Titanfall content coming to Apex in its next season. The hype surrounding this info led to a massive spike in concurrent player counts for Titanfall 2. You'll need to purchase the game to keep playing after May 3rd. Riot Games say they can record voice communications in Valorant as part of report investigations. They updated the game's privacy notice to allow for the recording of player voice comms during matches. The idea is that their player investigation teams can listen to these recordings when players are reported for verbal abuse or other offenses. None of Riot's other games have this sort of monitoring feature yet. Of course, anytime a company admits to recording people, it raises doubts about their intentions. Riot has certainly gained some notoriety for censoring players that voice support for Hong Kong, but recording in-game voice chat probably isn't an uncommon practice across the entire game industry. The launch date for Fall Guys on Switch and Xbox has been delayed. They were scheduled to launch this summer, but were pushed back to an unspecified time. It sounds like the delay is a competition of implementing crossplay and overcoming bugs or other technical issues. Fall Guys is currently available on PlayStation 4 and PC. The game was an overnight sensation last year and proved to be one of the biggest titles of 2020. Its rise to prominence happened alongside several other similar casual social games like Among Us and this year's Valheim. Launching on more platforms was clearly a big goal for the developers of Fall Guys, and it's sure to lead to a second wind for the game's insane popularity. Cyberpunk 2077 developer CD Projekt Red is paying their executives massive bonuses. The bonuses are based on the studio's staggering net earnings from 2020, fueled mainly by Cyberpunk's launch. The studio made $562 million last year. There's a lot of debate about the merits of paying senior employees big bonuses when their direction led to massive crunch, employee burnout, and a very buggy product launch. But it's worth keeping in mind that the studio gives 20% of its annual revenue to employees as part of the profit-sharing model. So everyone at the studio stands to get bonuses that range from $5,000 up to $20,000 and more. Of course, these profit-share bonuses pale in comparison to the multi-million-dollar bonuses being paid out to the studio CEOs. Before we get to our final story, I'd just like to say happy Friday, everyone. We'll have our recap of this week's top stories uploaded tomorrow. Tune in to check out any big stories you might have missed. Be sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss out on the video. And while you're at it, leave a comment with your thoughts about the recent Battlefield leaks and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed today's coverage. Doom Eternal is in the headlines because of developers apparently going back on their word about paid microtransactions. 2 new paid cosmetic packs have been added to the game's store pages. Many outlets are reporting this as id going back on their pre-release statement that Eternal would offer all cosmetic content at no cost to players. But the critical detail that they're overlooking is that the 2 packs now on offer are a pre-order bonus cosmetic pack and the Twitch Prime drop that you can't get anymore. Id would have a hard time making these cosmetics free for all players without upsetting the people that paid extra to get them. And that wraps it up for today in gaming. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. This is LevelCap signing off.